far as I know, we've got some copyright on any video that we post here. So as I understand. I've got such a deep trail, it's not like anybody can just go take all my ideas now, I don't think. But I think I just figured something out. I do believe I'm correct that we can target what I like to call anti-frequency, and that we can detect it. And Fermilab was onto something. With that, not only should we see an action or on space-time a reaction on space-time, essentially if you want to look at it from another dimension, okay? I look at it like fingers pressing on a trampoline. But a bowling ball on a trampoline I look at as how we see gravitational lensing, because we can see that. We can see that mass that acts in that time space, that star. But what we can't see is the axion that exists in the multiverse, elsewhere in space-time, on the other side of a wormhole, is everything that is the axion. Very real matter. Here's the thing, though. I think I just figured something out. If you were able to transverse through a wormhole, you may end up as anti-frequency. So if I'm correct, it would be very exotic. It would be very weird. Like, to you, you would seem normal. But to everyone else under the plane around you, you would look translucent or invincible. You would look invisible. Like what you're seeing there. Or what, So-and-so knows what I'm talking about, but that's the only explanation I could think of, because it fits well. See, I like to put puzzles together in my head. That's how I'm able to figure some of this out, But if that is the case, micro wormholes exist all over the universe. Infinite space can fit in infinitely small space, infinite mass, infinitely large time space can fit in the most infinitely small space. If you can wrap your head around that. That being the case, what we would perceive to be relative to us would be micro wormholes, and it would just be the white holes. I found it out. I discovered it. I figured it out. So when you find my anti-frequency, you're going to be finding white holes. You're going to be finding white holes. Infinitely small points in relation to us. Let this serve as my copyright to my hypothesis, which I will caption. I'm just cranking out discoveries, and I don't understand why. They're sound, they can be tested. Hell, even before I knew a quantum computer could play a role in opening a wormhole, I ended up reading that one did. So, you know what I've stated about anti-frequency. My method of targeting anti-frequency. So, I do believe that when you find my anti-frequency, you are finding the reaction of masses influence on space-time from the other dimension, from the multiverse, from time past, time future. And you know how I feel about that, what I've stated about that I believe that to be dark matter, and matter is infinitely created outside of its dark matter state. So what you should see are micro wormholes. What you are seeing is anti-frequency, or what I describe as anti-frequency, or what you are looking for to be the axion. As I stated, you're not going to find the axion itself, but what you essentially may find, what you see to be a mass acting on time-space, scientists are describing as the axion. But you're seeing another dimension. You're seeing, in my opinion, I hypothesize, matter acting on space-time, pressing on it from another dimension. But if it's a particle you're looking for anti-frequency. I mean, you're looking for Hawking radiation from micro wormholes all over the universe, and there should be an association with that in regard to the axion's impact on space-time. But an axion in all reality should be a very real particle. When you look at an atom in our space-time, that's an axion. When you're looking at a photon, like that, yeah. If you want to pick the particle of the photon instead of some other subatomic particle, okay, to represent the axion, or to be the axion, then it means essentially that all atoms are axions. Oh, I'm sorry, photons are all photons are axions. Yeah. I mean, in J.J. Thomson's charge to mass ratio experiment, the electron itself, its mass it's not taken into account. That's hold on, wait a minute. Never mind. The charge to mass. Yeah. So I'm still learning about physics and chemistry and this and that, but I think I've got a pretty deep understanding though. But I would say then a photon. All photons, I would say then, are axions essentially, acting on space-time. Actually, no, No, I would say photons would be the anti-frequency. Let me correct myself. I would say photons would be the anti-frequency that we're looking for. No, even deeper than that, because I don't think a photon would survive. But actually, no, maybe it would, because micro wormholes would be open. And scientists are looking for like an dark matter photon. Other scientists are. So I would say that an axion would be, here's my hypothesis. Axions are photons that have escaped white holes. And that is the solution to black holes, to white holes. So where we see dark matter having an impact on space-time, it should essentially be atomic mass acting on space-time from another dimension, kind of like pressing on it, you know? And the anti-frequency that I intend on targeting to go through and opening up are those wormholes, baby, and we're gonna go through them. I saw time travel.